Welcome to the Lindsay and Tony podcast, where we talk about spirituality, business, and life experiences.
In this podcast, we're bringing our private conversations to you.
We believe that it's through discussion, action, and reflection that true change occurs.
Hi everybody, welcome to episode 93. Writing down your intentions drastically increases the chances of manifesting them. In this episode, we give studies and different ideas that we use to take what's in our mind in the intangible realm and bring it to the physical reality. We hope everybody enjoys the show.
Hi guys, welcome back. We're so excited that you're here. Today's episode is all about how writing down your intentions drastically increases the
chances of them manifesting.
There we go.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the name of it. So when you write down your goals, when you write down your dreams, when you write down your to-do list, whatever you're trying to manifest, or not trying, but whatever you're manifesting in your life, it drastically increases the chances of you manifesting them.
It's true. I think both of us have done that. And Tony, you carry around a little goal card all the time with you.
I do. I actually have it right here. Here's my goal card right here. So I'll write down different goals, different habits that I want. I'll make one like every 6 months or so. Mm-hmm. So there's an idea for you to write it down. Before we get started, I wanted to add in a study that I came across. And let me get her name real quick. Her name is Dr. Gail Matthews. She's a psychology professor at the Dominican University of California. Mm-hmm. And she did a research study with 267 people, entrepreneurs, lawyers, teachers, all kinds of varieties of different occupations and types of people. Mm-hmm. And she divided them into two different groups. So one group was the group of people that actually wrote down their dreams and goals. And another group was a group of people that did not. And what she found was, after studying them and examining them and researching how, their ability to manifest their intentions and all of that, she found that the group that wrote down their intentions had a 42% more likely chance of actually manifesting them.
I love that, because they were so focused on what they wanted and they wrote it down.
Absolutely. Crystal clarity.
Did she say anything about them handwriting or typing it?
Just writing them.
Okay.
She's just putting them, writing them down is what the study was about.
Okay.
So probably something similar to what I do with my goal card.
Right.
And different things like that. And also, what she also found was that the people that actually shared their goals and dreams that they wrote down mm-hmm. with a close friend or somebody who's like a mastermind partner, that increased their odds as well.
Oh, I totally believe in that. When you find the right person to share it with and you feel that feeling of safety, it kind of holds you accountable just by putting it out there.
It goes back to our mastermind episode mm-hmm. where we talked about how when you got two people that are focused on the same thing, you start to get this third mind. So
yes, that's
huge. Totally transforms the process.
Mm-hmm. And Tony and I just did that. We both did a goal card. It was actually on New Year's Eve. We fell asleep mm-hmm. before midnight, but we did our little goal card. I called my intention card, same thing. But really, when you have one focus and you get very clear on it and you know exactly what you want, I think that's the hardest part at the beginning is, what do you really want?
It is. And a lot of times, sometimes you think you want something and then you realize, I don't really want that. Because you really don't know what you want until you experience it. And then that's when you truly know.
And I feel
like
that
is the hardest part.
It is. And I feel like when I write things down, I'm like, wait, I'm actually writing down what's going to happen. Do I really want this? Remember how choosy I was with the place that we were going to live at? Both mm-hmm. of us were talking about. I'm like, ooh, I don't want to write it down if I'm not sure about that.
Right. And Lindsay's referring to we have our vision board right here. So this
you don't have to show them everything, but
no, I'm not showing them everything. It's a big poster board like this, and the poster board is we wrote down different goals and intentions.
And we'll talk about it at the end of the year.
And then we also it doesn't matter what we put on it. The point is, we created a board. We cut out pictures, a vision board. A lot of you've heard of vision boards. Yeah. It's another way to get your intentions out of your mind and into physical reality.
Exactly. And I feel like this vision board is one of those things where it's so sacred. I used to show everyone my vision board at the very beginning because I was excited to show them. But I do feel like what Tony said at the beginning, choosing someone that's like a mastermind person that's going to be with you, that you or friend that you're going to tell. But you don't need to tell everyone about every goal.
Matter of fact, I would say not to.
Yeah, because you do have people that have different beliefs that they could put on you. Oh, that's not going to happen. Or are you sure you want to do that this year? So you want to make sure that their fears aren't being placed on you. So that's why it's really important to find people that you feel good with sharing it and opening up to.
Yeah, and there's really no point, I don't see, to just show everybody like, oh, I'm going to do this goal, I'm going to do this. There's really no value in it. If you think so, if you think there is value in it, showing everybody your goals and dreams, and type in the comments below.
Yeah.
But I don't think there is really.
I don't anymore, but I really thought so before. And then when I started to think about it, I'm like, no, that doesn't, that's very sacred.
People, your mastermind group, people, your business partners,
that's a different
your wife,
story.
Your husband, people that are actually helping you in the process of manifesting those goals, absolutely.
Yes, definitely. So I found a study. Now, I didn't write every single detail like you did, which I will next time. But what I found was a study of psychology and the process of taking notes in a classroom. So the first thing I want to say is the brain is divided up into parts. So there's verbal, for communication, there's visual, auditory, and so many other components to the parts of our brain. And they're divided up in different spaces. And when we take notes, if we're listening to a lecture and we're writing down notes, it's handwriting, not typing, handwriting. We're remembering different things, even more so. But what they found was they did a study in 2 groups of people. 40% of the students remembered 40% of the material. So when there was a lecture, they remembered 40%, both of them. So I'm like, what? I thought that they would remember more. By writing down instead of the other thing.
Wrote it down, and then another group didn't write it down.
Exactly. But what they found in the end was actually a higher percentage wrote down key facts, important facts, than the group that didn't write things down.
Right.
Does that make sense?
So it kind of helped laser their focus.
Focus.
Key facts, which is like your dreams, your visions, the things that you want to manifest. So they want to manifest, remembering that, and it helped in their process.
Because
they
it's
that for the test or for the information.
It's a sorting. Yeah, it's like actually sorting. So the parts of the brain come together, and you sift through the information even more clearly when you're actually handwriting it down. That's why the key facts were more connected to the people that hand wrote it.
Absolutely, and that makes me think of when I watch seminars on YouTube, or even when you're watching this podcast episode, or you're listening to podcast episodes, taking notes is so valuable because you're going to tune into the information that you really need in that moment. So that's what I get from that. I think taking notes is so valuable.
Yeah, your brain is working to figure out, this is an important idea, or this isn't as important. And I think that there's so much information that's thrown out there at us right now, especially with technology, videos, podcasts, audios, books. There's so many different things out there right now that you can be inundated with information. You're not going to remember everything, but in the moment, if your brain is sorting and sifting, it's going to stick with you in your memory. And when your memory is strengthened by the information, you know it's important, that belief is going to vibrate out into the world. So you're going to start to attract the things that are already coming to you, but they just come a little bit faster.
You speed up the process. And that's what this is all about, is really speeding up the process, because time doesn't really exist. Yeah. So it's all about us getting emotionally in the space to receive everything. And I think that's what this does, is writing things down. Even when I do my to-do list, like at the end of the day, I'll write down in my notebook, which I always have a notebook. I have 13 of them from the last 10 years or so in another room there. And I'll write down notes when I'm taking notes, watching a seminar or videos. And then I'll also write down my to-do list for the next day. And I think it just totally helps me get clear. As I'm writing down my to-do list, I feel as if it's already done.
Yes.
So you get that satisfaction, and then I also feel that I could sleep peacefully because I don't have to think about anything anymore.
Right. So it's something that when you're talking about this, it's actually making me daydream into another topic about writing things down. So there's always been a debate. Well, what about destiny versus manifestation? Like, don't we have a destiny? And isn't this something that's going to naturally come up for us? Well, I believe that writing things down and getting very clear will automatically bring those situations in a moment of like harmonious things flowing to you quicker. You're going to get to your final destination in your life no matter what. If you're supposed to be doing a certain thing, you'll get there. But this actually causes the ease of it flowing into
Absolutely.
you.
And for you, it's moving energy.
That's exactly. And then you can see it happening.
You can see it happen, and it's instant manifestation, because when you take an idea from your mind, from that what do you call it, intangible realm to the tangible realm, and that you're manifesting right there. When you write down, we made our vision board.
Yeah.
We manifest it right there,
mm-hmm.
because we took from our mind the intangible, and we created it to the tangible. I don't know where I was going with that, but I look at that as instant manifestation.
It just creates more faith that it's happening, because you can actually see it with your physical eye. Wow, this is really taking place.
And then going back to what you were saying destiny versus
manifestation.
Versus manifestation. Well, it's you got to look at the physical realm too, and these are just physical tools here, because we could go and we could sit in a room and think, oh, whatever my fate is, it's going to happen. Well, yeah, if you just sit in a living room all day long, though,
right,
that's going to be your life. So it's
exactly.
like we got to use the physical realm too here, along with the intangible realm. You know, the realm that we can't even see, that we hardly know anything about, really.
Mm-hmm.
And then use them together. And I think that's what this episode's about, is using the physical realm to channel the intangible realm, and then to bring them harmoniously together, if that makes sense.
Good job. I like that. You did a good job explaining that. That's exactly what this is about. And I feel like if we can do this regularly, your life is going to feel so different. It's not going to feel so difficult. And I'm saying that, but of course, life isn't always easy. That's the reality of it.
It's always up and down.
Yeah, it's always up and down, but having that faith and the consistency and knowing like, oh, this is a tool that can actually help me in my life, you're going to notice a difference. So I think this is really important. If you want to buy yourself a notebook or something, I believe in handwriting more so than typing. I love typing, but when I handwrite something, my hand is moving and the pen is moving. I'm seeing it right in front of me. There's a different kind of energy.
There's not a machine involved.
Yeah, there's no technology. Like that electricity running through your fingers like that. I feel
like it's easier to channel.
Me too. I do too. You can do it on the computer too, but I like to put things in handwriting first and then put it on the computer if it needs to be on the computer for another reason.
So I want you to think about something. Has there been a time to where you felt anxiety, or you felt like you built up energy to where it's like your dreams and desires built up? Well, you can look at writing, like I said earlier in this episode, as a way to channel that energy and then move that energy. So if anything, it's a moving energy in the moment, but then it's also leading you to your final destination too. That's
so true. So anything else you want to cover before we give them a little task too?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, because I feel like there's a lot of information to really, you might have to listen to this episode more than once to kind of let it sink in, the power behind writing things down. But if you can, even if you didn't get a chance to do it in January, it doesn't matter if it's January 1st or it's June 1st or June 11th, whatever it may be, write down some things that you really want to accomplish or you want to kind of put out there for yourself, and get a little index card. It could be a colorful card, it could be a journal, whatever it is, but whatever you're writing with and you're writing on, make sure it feels exciting to do it with. So if you have to get markers to make you excited, do that. But it's funny, having a nice pen for me makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm. Nice pen, nice notebook.
It feels different. Yeah, great environment when you're writing in it.
Somewhere outside nature, or nice coffee shops. Taking time for it and knowing that it's worth it to do this.
Yeah.
Because you could feel like, I know some people might feel like, oh, I'm wasting my time bringing this notebook to the coffee shop, wasting my money on coffee, doing all this. Is this really worth it? Well, it is worth it. And if you study all the top people in every industry, the top parents, the top whatever you could think of in relationships and marriage and all of that, you will find that they're very intentional about what they're doing, and more times than not, they're writing things down. They're having their vision boards, or they're taking their vision from their mind and putting it into physical reality in some form, whether it's painting or whatever it is.
Right. Yeah, it's huge. So share with us below if you've ever done some writing and you noticed that it really worked for you, or things that maybe inspired you to take action in writing. So we are so thankful that you're listening, and we cannot wait to see you next episode. Bye, guys. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we did. If you liked it, leave a 5-star review on iTunes, and remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel too.
If you can think of anyone else that would love this episode, share it with them right now on social media or email. And remember, getting results is a process of learning, applying, and reflecting. Stay consistent and continue to grow every day.